What's going on, y'all? This Lo.
This is Keith, and we're low key.
Today we're gonna be talking to you guys about masculine and feminine energy and the way they align and the way that they able to coexist with one another. We could break it all the way down to the atomic level. How opposites attract, masculine and as well as a feminine energy, it becomes a balance. And it's always arguments about which one is which or which one is more powerful. And they definitely equal and exactly opposite. You want to add on to it?
Yeah, so they're equal and opposite. Women, I can speak for the women, we have a different kind of energy. So we're supposed to be more warm, soft, understanding. These are traits of being feminine. Just you're calm, you don't lash out, and there's a balance. So once you find a mate, a partner, there should be a balance in between the two. But a lot of times, I think, however we grow up, however the people that we're around, we assume those characteristics, and we think that is right. And majority of the time, what we're looking for in a mate, we're not even compatible to it. So, as a woman, I know for myself, there were things that I had to learn with being feminine. And it's okay to be feminine. Because I think a lot of times, as far as like for our culture, and if you're religious, that's cool. If you're not, this is just my perspective. A lot of times we grow up to where everything, our parents or our mothers or the women that we know, they are religious. So being extra feminine was not really accepted. It was more like being fast, as they call it. But being feminine, God made you a woman, okay? Made you a girl or a woman, whatever. God made you a woman, and you should feel comfortable in your skin. You should feel comfortable with being pretty. You should feel comfortable with whatever makes you feel pretty, and you're calm. Know how to carry yourself. And when you have that balance, and then when you do find a mate, there's a equal and opposite. And it complements. So my feminine energy complements my husband's, and his masculine energy complements me. It's not one overpowering the other. That's where a lot of bumping heads come from,
Yeah.
When one overpowers the other. And a lot of times women, they'll bring that masculine energy. And they're trying to fix things. If you notice yourself trying to fix things a lot, and you're aggressive, and you're confrontational, you're trying to do everything, then you're in your masculine energy. And you need to find that balance. So you have to do things that make you feel pretty, make you feel,
If you feeling like you want to be feminine, we ain't talking again homosexuals. We talking about women who want to be women, because we are a heterosexual couple. So obviously we speaking to other heterosexual couples because that's our experience.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is on a spectrum. You gotta meet your mate. If your masculinity is there, you want to meet your mate where her femininity is covering the rest of that bar, you know, because because if it's out of balance, you'll know, you know, you'll definitely know, and that's what ends a lot of relationships. I feel like a lot of women who end up single, they develop a lot of masculine traits, a lot of defensive, aggressive traits because they have to, because their masculine counterpart is absent. So when they come into a relationship, that's the only way they know how to be. A lot of men raised by single mothers, you know, especially black men raised by single mothers, they coming in and they feminine. And they don't even know it. They feel like they masculine, but that's an aggressive type masculinity. Like, that's pseudo-masculinity. That's not real masculinity right there. So they coming in, they don't know how to embrace their masculinity, and then it clash, you know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, especially when they're like that, they're over masculine. So, for instance, I guess the mothers, what I'm thinking is the mothers, they assume the sons as their mate. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it get weird.
They assume their sons as their mate, not in a sexual way, but I guess the filling in the gap, put it like that. And then they become, the boys end up thinking that they have to be men, right, when they're boys.
So he feeling like he really the man at the house, walking around, chest poked out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then he's overcompensating because he has a boy's mentality, and then they grow up to be men. Exactly. They don't know how to be a real man, but they're acting out of a boy's mentality. So when you get with a woman that has her masculine activated, literally activated, so that means she's doing her own thing, she can take care of herself, she's doing everything. When she gets with someone like that, automatically clash.
Yeah. Because
it's too much of either. So you got a lot of masculine energy going on there, and then that's just, I don't think any man wants to come home and feel like he's living in the house with his homeboy and his wife or his girl.
If they a masculine man.
Yeah, I don't think that, and I don't think arguing back and forth, I just think that is just like unacceptable, because why are we arguing? You know?
Yeah, that trait shouldn't even exist. You know, if it's perfect balance. Nothing is perfect. Like, that's how we build. A lot of times you'll build in your marriage or your relationship through proper disagreement, and you come back with proper communication. But if it's just like lashing out, like one cat told me, like he be wanting his lady to talk shit back to him, or like, I don't know, it just be weird little dynamic. Like, you want your woman to be masculine how your mama had to be, cause your daddy won't really hitting on much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand it. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to be that?
No, I know definitely I wouldn't want, I mean, come on, it's better, it's easier to love each other, understand each other than it is to just spend hours of arguing. Because then you just out of balance. Both of you guys are out of balance. So when you are in balance with yourself, the relationship goes so much smoother. And then you can understand and you can move forward. It's just as simple as that.
That's real talk. We got a lot more on this subject. Yep. We got a clock out right now, though. We'll be right back at y'all with the next video. You got something else, baby?
That's it.
All right.
Protect your peace.
All right. Protect your peace. It's low.
This is key. Like, comment, and
subscribe.
All right. Peace.